Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
So Sasami about publication bedun cancer unapproved textbooks in the kaka. I think that make a post be on social media. Na Ghana for who said what filing agent parliamentary question be Minister of Education crab before the house now sa human oba becheche mu kwan fa so ma koba na sa tamban kasana ade who say huma be saying e wo honom sin nkoda e bia yede ba be choma de
yo that's the guy my main chair for you now.
Before juice
Like I said, I've said about 2 weeks now, and me who say snapshot of the pages in these two publications. Now make it the rounds on social media. And me who yeah initially no. Now me just it be a fake news be a profiting on person or more just to create some excitement because the one say any BBI ube on social media na no cry na fake news. And Mr. Ma me research assistant you know say among Chrome among various bookshops na among check is number where circulating on social media no cry one now interestingly among Chrome particularly Accra Central area bookshops ni nyina e wo na omo copy nti omo frame is no cry na I mean how many copies do not here because among top at least 2 each among from bra the buyer to my shock now circulations on social media no now and yeah fake news I went through the pages and it was clear they're doing cancer publications and another one by Ochre Defi Alexander all confirmed me who the outrageous content.
Honorable sorry you mpacho sase me okay yemi one kakra esan and I'm talking about Usuma research assistants momu Kroma Accra Central momu who say copies will bookshop a man for ton. The reason I make say one kakra say anope ya ni bedun cancer for no edin komo one more say the reason why book leaky and say omo ya omo chiche and say omu tintim humana eya omo ma copies to some teachers selected teachers okay munyin hwem homa ya de beni and this is what I mean bedun cancer for chichi muma no peminya antiase say enuna ebi pie ye leaky e ba social media ne ka ho no and that in yes be almost but you're telling us a different story say they are copies our bookshops are yet on.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. And as recent as Endra and Nopa, Ms. Suma said they should still go and check if the books have been withdrawn. Or more to make for additional copies. The buyer. Minister Noba Parliament, I will show all of these books to them. Ghana for you now be home. And I'm not making up the story. Me teachers maybe and copies of the books. You see, that is the challenge I have with this whole development. Those involved, they are not being candid. No creno and deity. Look, young cannot credit. Book way. Apparently, my research assistants they books almost say since September, October last year, and consignment. Almost say top books now. Those who brought them the books now, budget percentage. The books were being sold, and more publishers now were receiving their share of the sale. They were profiting from the sale of the books. Yan can occur because name say omunya initial approval. On say textbook approval process. I from TAP. There were various stages. And omunya the first stage approval. But when you have first stage approval now, it doesn't mean so NACA anyway.
But first stage in the womb.
It's the first stage approval, no? And my cited document, 25th September 2020.
Okay.
And all of these documents, I'll make it available in Parliament.
Okay.
Because, again, NACA officials, maybe Air Kasati said, Bukwe, Omuni, Mushi, Omunti, Prada, they shouldn't talk like that. Young kind of in this whole matter. NACA for Emma first stage approval of the textbook approval process. And no, all kinds are preliminary approval now or my, maybe I should just read it so that therefore, I'm not making this up. Where our NACA letterhead, so National Council for Curriculum and Assessment.
Okay.
Textbook assessment report.
Okay.
Publisher, they do in cancer publications.
Okay.
Address WS169 SCC Accra.
Okay.
Subject History of Ghana. Key phase 2, book 1 to 3. Author, they do in cancer and Nelly Matisi. A name. Status of submission. Dear publisher, your submission having gone through the first stage of the textbook approval process, TAP, was found to have satisfied most of the technical and content requirements. However, some work needs to be done to meet the expectations of the new curriculum. By this letter, we kindly advise you to update the material as per the attached comments and recommendations on the content for resubmission. We will furnish you with your summary assessment mark sheet after the technical assessment is completed within 2 weeks of the date of this letter. In response to the comments, please state the exact pages where the changes have been effected, preferably in a tabular form, see attached, and resubmit for final approval, counting on your cooperation. Signed, Intifo Elijah, Mr. Acting Head, Finance and Administration for Executive Secretary. And this is the document my intercepted, which shows the NACA Emma preliminary approval. That is the first stage, looking at technical and content requirements. And the person to say, may assess anything. NACA for no portions of Moka or more reworking on. They did include some of these portions which we are offended about. The bigoted aspects, no? The ethnic groups, particularly the ever ethnic group, is stereotyped and is portrayed in this bad light. So far, I don't have that confirmation. But what is clear to me, and it's as I say, improving standards, because what kind of book we are, standards no yet so low. We share even the current curriculum. We share other countries. When you compare our children of this same age, they almost in other jurisdictions now. It's not about these stereotypes. The whole book, honestly, no, our children will come out of it poorer. They will only divide them, will poison them, damage their brain. I don't even appreciate why they should even be getting a first stage approval, having gone through all the pages. There are more fundamental issues we need to raise about standards, about who we consult in terms of experts, as I said, or more author books, and then the kind of education, because we share the content of this book is just miseducation. That is what we are just poisoning the children. Back to the responses we are getting from these key actors, no? And you're less than candid. No creno anyhow. They doing cancer publication. They can say, oh, yeah, they my few teachers to review and a leaky, That is not the case because me, manko teacher biaho and a manko they doing casa publication. Mr. Maya, because I wanted to be sure, oh, file a parliamentary question. You don't file a question based on rumor. And yes, Anna, Minister Nobana, Speaker, admit, and later he finds out that you didn't have a solid ground. You can even be in contempt of Parliament. You can be embarrassed seriously. Interna, because answer na me file a question, Mesuma, ama Yakob bookshops, ama me who copies no answer na my file a question.
Okay.
And I found this question last Friday. Nobody can say these books were not on the market. I know of other parents who were asked to buy these books in schools. I'll produce all of this evidence, their names and all of that, when the parliamentary question time comes.
Wotie Oha Exi Punk no. Needs FM.